Hey yo, what's up, wrestling wrecking crew? Buckle up and brace for impact because you just slammed headfirst into the electrified, no holds barred universe of VK Punk Wrestling, where the untamed, high octane hub and soon to be recognized champions of all things professional wrestling. I am your chaos conductor, Vin C, the future crown king of wrestling commentary. Tonight, we're tearing into Monday Night Raw with Backlash looming like a Category 5 storm. If you're hyped, smash that like button with a sledgehammer, moonsault over the subscribe button, and drop kick that bell icon to never miss a second of this madness. You could join the riot on TikTok, Facebook, and X, where we're always BK Punk Wrestling, and we the ones for wrestling content. All right, guys, before we get started, let's address the elephant in the room. If you've been glued to our recent drops, you know I've been wading through some heavy personal sludge. Life's been hitting me harder than a steel chair to the skull, and this breakup's got me in a chokehold. But tomorrow's the final chapter, getting closure coming in 24 hours, and I'm planning a TikTok live to celebrate shaking this off. Maybe I'll even crack a smile again. For now, I'm powering through for all of you guys because this channel is my lifeline, and I'm not tapping out. Let's dive into the action and leave the drama in the dust. But before we get to all the action, huge shout out to our sponsor, Capco Championship Belt. These folks craft beer so jaw-dropping it can make Stone Cold Steve Austin shed a tear. From WWE to UFC to custom designs, their belts shine brighter than a spotlight at WrestleMania. You need a strap that screams you? Their design wizard Abdul is like the Shawn Michaels of belt making. Smooth, slick, and always delivering a showstopper. I've got a stash of their gear myself, but it's not just belts. They make shirts, masks, jackets, jewelry, all pure dynamite. Swing by CapcoInternational.com to check out their lineup. Tell them Vin C Punk sent me or VK Punk sent me. You can also see their Facebook and email in the credits to this very video. But now, let's get on to all of the action and break down what we know about Monday Night Raw so far. So, a sinister new crew is tearing up Raw, and it's got Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and the wise man Paul Heyman pulling the strings. Last week, Sami Zayn tried to play hero, standing tall against this unholy trinity, only to get flattened like roadkill when Braun Breaker speared him into next week. Rollins, that cackling architect of anarchy, watched and then stomped Zayn's skull into the mat. Tonight, live from Nebraska, this trio stepping into the spotlight. What's their next move? Are they gunning to burn Raw to the ground? Picture this, Heyman with that devilish smirk, hyping his new enforcer, while Rollins spins some cryptic sermon about reshaping the WWE into their twisted image. Maybe Zayn's got backup tonight? Who knows? One thing's for sure, this faction is a runaway freight train, and anyone in their path is getting wrecked. Keep your eyes peeled for Heyman's mic work. It's going to be a masterclass in evil. So, also, Rusev is back. He's on a one-man crusade to fix WWE, and he's breaking bodies to do it. His comeback tour kicked off with a savage beatdown on Alpha Academy, leaving Otis fuming and ready for war. Tonight, Rusev steps into the ring for his first match since February 17th of 2020, where he and Berto fell to Bobby Lashley and Angel Garza. Otis, this lovable human tank, is out for blood, and Rusev dismantled his crew post-WrestleMania. Imagine Otis charging like a runway bulldozer, only for Rusev to counter with that ruthless precision that he is known for. Will Otis land the Caterpillar and score a feel-good win for Alpha Academy? Not a chance in hell. Or is Rusev mission too unstoppable? The clash is going to be a hoss fight for the ages, two big men throwing haymakers like it's a bar brawl. Don't blink or you'll miss the chaos. Next up, we got the Women's World Champion, Io Sky, sitting pretty atop the division. But hungry contenders are circling like sharks. Enter Roxanne Perez, the former NXT Women's Champion, to prove she's main roster material. Last week on NXT, Sky teamed with Jordan Grace to take down Perez and Julia in a tag match. Tonight, Perez got her shot to go one-on-one with the champ in a non-title bout. This is Perez's chance to make a statement. Imagine her pulling off an upset with a crafty roll-up or a high-flying Hurricane Rana. Sky, though, She's a different beast. Her aerial arsenal and cutthroat instincts make her the nightmare opponent. Will Perez shock the world and earn a future title shot? Or will Sky remind everyone why she's the queen of the ring? Expect a fast paced, heart pounding showdown that'll have you screaming at your screen. Okay, next, Becky Lynch is set to call out Lyra Valkyria again. The man is locked and loaded for a showdown with the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And tonight, Lynch is grabbing the mic to fire some shots. With just 1 week to go, less than a week to go, expect Lynch to be in rare form. Part fiery underdog, part trash talking legend. Will she call out Valkyria's technical prowess or poke at her confidence? Picture Becky pacing the ring, rallying the crowd with that signature intensity that she throws. Maybe even daring Valkyria to show up and throw down early. Valkyria is no slouch, though. She got those skills to back up her title reign. Could we see a tense face-to-face that erupts into a brawl? This segment's going to set the stage for an absolute banger at Backlash. Next, JD McDonough's return post-WrestleMania was a game-changer, as he helped Dominic Mysterio keep the Intercontinental Championship by screwing Penta out of the title shot. Penta got a taste of revenge last week, but he's far from done with the Judgment Day. Tonight, he squares off with JD McDonough in a singles match that's bound to be a barn burner. McDonough is the scrappy Irish ace and is all about calculated chaos, but Penta's lucha libre flair and bone-breaking offense make him a fan favorite. Imagine Penta soaring off the top rope with a diving senton, only for McDonough to counter with a vicious submission hold. Will Penta send the message to the Judgment Day, or is McDonough the X Factor that keeps Dominic's crew on top? This one's going to be a wild ride. All right, so now, guys, that's all that's really advertised. So let's go into storylines to watch and things that could happen. Gunther could return, of course. The ring general is back after a suspension, and Pat McAfee's been running his mouth, calling out the Austrian asshole in a fiery promo. With Backlash on the horizon, will McAfee back up his words with fists? Expects Gunther to make a statement, maybe a chop fest that leaves someone's chest looking like raw hamburger. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, World Heavyweight Champion. Might be staring down YouTube's resident loudmouth Logan Paul for his first title defense. Is Adam Pearce locking this in for Backlash or saving it for a bigger stage? Either way, the crowd's going to lose it if these two collide. Okay, so next we got the War Raiders tag team. After toppling the Judgment Day, the War Raiders are gunning for a rematch with the New Day for the World Tag Team Champions. Will Kofi and Xavier pull some slide tricks and dodge the Viking onslaught? Okay, AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio. A backstage run-in last week has tongues wagging, with Finn Balor feeling sidelined by the Judgment Day. Could he stir the pot by getting Dirty Dom booked again against the Phenomenal One? Cinco de Mayo with El Grande Americano. How's the big man celebrating? Expect some larger-than-life antics, maybe a piñata filled with tacos or a mariachi band in the ring. Randy Orton and John Cena. Cena isn't advertised, but we got to look to Randy Orton. Right? No, wait. Randy Orton's not on this one. He wasn't. Neither one of these guys are advertised. And where's Omos? Seriously, where is the Giant? I bet you he's under that El Grande Americano mask. All right, Titans, listen up. You guys are the lifeblood of VK Punk Wrestling. I'm sorry if this video was a little choppy. We're damn lucky to have all of you riding with us, though. Let's get real for a sec, because life's been throwing me curveballs that hit harder than a Brock Lesnar F5. And you turned into our TikTok or shorts, you know I've been raw about this breakup and my mental health grind. Wrestling is my sanctuary, however, and grinding out these episodes keep my head above the water. We're pushing forward, maybe even eyeing NXT or AEW coverage soon, but losing a presenter's left a dent. I'm holding it down solo while Havoc is off and on. So we might scout for some new blood to join the BK Punk crew. If you're battling your own demons, however, I see you. This channel's my rock, and I hope it's yours too. We're not down for the count. This is just the first round. The crowd's roaring your name, so keep swinging. Brighter days are coming, and we're going to pin those struggles to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. Flood the comments with your raw reactions, backlash bets, or just straight up madness, suplex that subscribe button, share this with your squad to build the VK Punk Empire, and stay glued for our Predictions War Games video. I'm charging into that battle and snatching the championship. My first title reign is going to be loud, and I'm going to take it from the Hall of Famer vacant, proud, mic smashing spectacle you'll be telling about for years. I'm Vin C Punk, and this is VK Punk Wrestling, and we the ones for wrestling content. Until next time, chin up, tits out, and deuces, oozes.